All right, friends, this is our last conundrum of the year, the conundrum about Dinosaur X. All right. As you know, a conundrum is a situation where there are multiple options. None of them are right or wrong, but you are trying to figure out what you think would be the best solution, okay? So we're going to take a look at this situation and then we'll break it down and you'll take some notes on Seesaw. Here is Dinosaur X.
Conundrums, created by Astronova School. Number 8, the Dinosaur Conundrum. All right, I've got a question for you. Imagine this. A team of fossil hunters makes the discovery of a lifetime in a sand dune far from any city or town. They find the biggest, baddest, most perfectly intact dinosaur skeleton. They name this new species Dinosaur X. So what should they do with the valuable skeleton? Option A, local museum. Create a museum for Dinosaur X close to where it was discovered. This will bring more people who are eager to see Dinosaur X to this part of the world, and visitors will have the chance to look for the next great discovery. Option B, research center. Send the skeleton to the world's leading research center. Experts will study Dinosaur X in great detail and learn everything about its life. Unfortunately, no visitors will be able to see it. Option C, Dino Universe. Send the skeleton thousands of miles away to the world's largest dinosaur amusement park that attracts millions of visitors each year. Option D, private collector. Sell the skeleton to a wealthy private collector and use that money to make copies of the bones to be shared for free with any museum that wants to display them. So, what should happen to Dinosaur X? Are you Team Local Museum, Team Research Center, Team Dino Universe, or Team Private Collector?
All right, who gets to have the dinosaur skeleton? That is our conundrum for today. Go ahead, please, on Seesaw. Hop to your activities of conundrum number 8, Dinosaur X. It says, with your teacher, watch the video, check. Think about your answer to the question in the video. Who gets the dinosaur? And record facts. So let's click on that add response. You're going to record some facts and thoughts while we watch it a second time through. This is another pros and cons list. Remember, pros mean positive things. So what is a good thing about that solution? A con is a negative thing. So what is a drawback or a negative aspect of that solution? Okay, so let's take a look at each section individually. First up, the local museum. I'll pause when it gets to the local museum.
Conundrums, created by Astronova School. Number 8, the Dinosaur Conundrum. All right, I've got a question for you. Imagine this. A team of fossil hunters makes the discovery of a lifetime in a sand dune far from any city or town. They find the biggest, baddest, most perfectly intact dinosaur skeleton. They name this new species Dinosaur X. So what should they do with the valuable skeleton? Option A, local museum. Create a museum for Dinosaur X close to where it was discovered. This will bring more people who are eager to see Dinosaur X to this part of the world, and visitors will have the chance to look for the next great discovery.
All right, that's option A, our local museum. What did you hear? What's a good thing about creating a museum? What would be a pro about that? Leah?
That they get to go close to it and see the dinosaur bones.
Yeah. People get to be up close to the dino. I'll put this in the chat for you if you'd like. If you have a different answer, that's fine. All right, so people get to be up close to it. That's definitely a positive thing. What would be a con? Are there any negatives to them having this museum in the locale where it was found? Yes, Steve.
One of like what? At the very least, like 4,000 miles away from like the nearest city. So probably would be best to just send that to a local museum instead of creating a giant museum far off into the desert.
Yeah, that is very, very, very far away from people, okay? So even though people can come visit, as Steve said, it's very, very, very far away from anybody. So people might not drive that far or might have a problem getting that far, okay? So yes, that is a con. It's very far away from people. Okay, so we got a pro and a con for our local museum. Up next, we're going to listen to some pros and cons of the research center. So option 1 was to create a museum. Option 2 is to send it to a research center, and we'll think of a positive and a negative for this as well. Okay. Let's go to our video for the research center.
Option B, Research Center. Send the skeleton to the world's leading research center. Experts will study Dinosaur X in great detail and learn everything about its life. Unfortunately, no visitors will be able to see it.
All right, so there we have it. Scientists will get to learn a lot about it, but nobody can come see it. What's our pro? What's our con? Yes, Camille.
The con is that people don't be able to see what they found.
Yes, people can't come see the dino. That is definitely a con, right? Something super awesome and cool like that, but no visitors are allowed because it's a science center. So that would be a con. What's a pro of the research center? What's a good thing about it? Yes, William.
Know everything about it.
Yeah, there's going to be a lot of new knowledge. A lot will be learned about the dino. Okay, that's definitely a pro. We're going to understand it better. We're going to have better knowledge about the dinosaur. So definitely a pro there. A lot will be learned about the dino. Okay. Leah, another thought?
That a con is, I had the same thing, that people can't see the dino.
Yeah, people can't come visit. Yep. When there's this awesome discovery in the world, people typically want to have a chance to see it. The research center wouldn't give that opportunity. All right. Next up is the private collector, the millionaire. Let's see what this option has for us.
Option C, Dino Universe. Send the skeleton thousands of miles away to the world's largest dinosaur amusement park that attracts millions of visitors each year. Option D.
Oops, sorry, it was the dinosaur amusement park. This is out of order. Look at that. We're doing D Dino Universe right now. All right. What could we learn as a pro and con from sending it to the amusement park? Yes, Leah, pro or con?
Pro is that they get to experience it at an amusement park.
Nice. People get to experience the dino. Okay. They get access to it. They get to see it up close and personal. It's going to be there. Okay. Oops. What about something else? A con, perhaps, Levin. What might a con be?
The con is, what if the track, say part comes off and it hits the skeleton, it's gonna come all apart.
So you are doing hypotheticals.
The up and down.
Yes, you are doing hypotheticals. We're only going to go with what's told to us in the video. But you're right. That is something to think about. This is a crazy invention. Do we really want it around a bunch of roller coasters? But we're only going with what they say in the video. Can you think of a con that they said in the video?
Yeah, it really shouldn't. Well, when people come down, everybody's gonna so when everybody screams, if you heard that in the video, it's most likely gonna make the skeleton shake.
Okay. So the screams could shake up that dinosaur, could cause it to have some damage. Okay. It could be damaged. You're still stretching it with the hypotheticals there, but I'm going to give it to you. Okay. Oops. All right. Okay. Now we're going to take a look at the millionaire. Cons and pros of selling it to one person who collects dinosaur bones. Okay, what's a pro of this? What's a con of this? Here we go. Yes, Levin.
This is for private.
Gotcha.
Private collector. Sell the skeleton to a wealthy private collector and use that money to make copies of the bones to be shared for free with any museum that wants to display them. So what should happen?
Okay, so we sell the dinosaur and only one person sees it, but there can be copies made for free. Camille, what are your thoughts?
For the pro, and everyone can see it in different museums.
Okay. Everyone can see a copy in different museums. Yeah, so instead of being in one museum, they're going to send a copy to any museum that wants it. So if the Children's Museum downtown wants it, they get it for free. If the Museum of Science wants it, they get it for free. If a museum in New York wants it, they get it for free. So tons of people get to see a copy this way. Levin?
The con is that you don't get the real one.
Right. Only one person
No, I'm question, Mom.
gets to see the real one.
Like they don't get the real dinosaur. They're getting copies.
Correct. So only one person has access to the real copy under that plan. Aiden G, a thought?
So I was going to say the same thing as Levin, because I was going to say that it can probably like be plastic or made out of paper. And people won't notice it. And if someone laughs, that might like collapse and fall.
Could be. It might not be as good and as sturdy as the original. Could be for sure. All right. There's your pros and cons. I'm going to send you into a breakout room and I want you to talk about your decision. What should happen to Dino X? What do you think should happen to the dinosaur? Which option? Option A, option B, option C, or option D? Okay. And then explain why. So come up with your decision, explain why, be ready to share out when we get back. And here you go. All right, friends, what are your opinions? Use that hand raise emoji if you'd like to share yours. What should happen to Dinosaur X? Yes, Terrence. Uh-oh, Terrence, you there? Hello? Ah, you froze. Okay.
They put it in local museum
Why?
because then everybody will see it and it'll be the same kind, and because they can just take an airplane.
Okay, so you think there's a way to get to it if you want it, and everybody gets the same fair shot. All right, thank you, Terrence. Aiden G, what is your opinion?
That they can, so you should send it to the research center because they can tell you the real dinosaur, so Dinosaur X's real name, and they can send it to the museum and everyone will know the real name.
So you think it should be a combination. They should do the research center, and then after that, it should go to a museum. Interesting. Okay, so learn what you can, delay everybody seeing it. All right, William, what's your opinion?
the bug collector for two reasons. One, it's free. Two, nobody tell the difference. Be the same thing.
Okay. So a lot more people get to see it, even though it's not the real one. And if it's made well, you can't really tell. All right. Leah, what's your opinion?
That it should go to a museum because even though that's far away, you can still go up close to it and take pictures, and you can see if there's a new discovery.
Oh, yeah. That second part was kind of cool. You can help dig around for other dinosaur bones that are there. That'd be a good attraction feature, too. Yes, William.
I'm gonna change my mind
All right.
because you can use binoculars to see the museum.
You can zoom in with your eyes because it was made of glass. You guys are creative thinkers. I love it. All right, friends, that is your conundrum. If you would please go ahead and click on that green check, turn it in. We've talked about it together. Click on that green check, get it turned in.